Welcome to Elimu TV, the #1 station where you watch and learn. And today I'll be taking you through Biology Form 3. Our topic today is growth and development, and our subtopic is growth. This is lesson 28, and I'm your tutor, Madam Sandra Awino. Stay tuned. By the end of the lesson, you will be required to number one to define intermittent growth. You will be required to describe the intermittent growth curve, and number 2, describe the phases of intermittent growth. Describe the phases of intermittent growth. You can look at our diagram. Can you see the mass? In the y-axis, we have the mass in milligrams from 0, 50 to 100. And then in the x-axis, we have time stroke days. And you can see between 0 to 10 days, you can see the growth curve. This one is an arthropod, it's an insect. So the insect is growing in stages. You can see we have molt stage and then growth stage. We have molt, growth. So this one is called intermittent growth curve. This one is called what? Intermittent growth curve. The reason why the growth curve looks like this is because insects have exoskeletons. Insects have exoskeleton which prevents them from growing. So every time there is a molt, this is whereby the insect sheds the exoskeleton. So after shedding the exoskeleton, the insect grows. So we have an instar. The first instar starts at 0, and then there's a shedding of the exoskeleton at the molt, and then the insect grows. Then there's a shedding of exoskeleton, the insect grows. Have you seen the curve? I hope you've seen the curve and understood it. This is the intermittent growth curve. So, the intermittent growth curve have the following parts. Number 1, the instar. Number 2, the growth phase. And then the intermittent phase. And you've seen the growth phase, this is where the insect grows its length. And then the intermittent phase, this is where the shedding of the exoskeleton happens. So we've come to the end of our lesson. So, and I have an assignment for you guys. Number 1, describe the intermittent growth curve. And number 2, you have to describe the phases of intermittent growth curve. So in reference, you can study KLB Secondary Biology Student Book 3, that is the 5th edition. KLB Secondary Biology Student Book 3, the 5th edition. For this and more, please contact us. Our SMS number is 0723 144 259. On YouTube, you can get us on Elimu TV, Facebook Elimu TV, and finally on Twitter at Elimu TV _Kenya.